Hello YouTube, we have Adrian. You undefeated today playing what?
Superheavy Samurai.
Nice. It was I believe a double box tourney today because it's a good buy for one of our friends.
For Gene.
For Gene.
We're gonna
So
miss you, Gene.
Shout out to Gene.
Shout out to Gene.
The neighborhood god.
And you went undefeated today playing what?
Superheavy Samurai.
I already asked that. And then one more thing, any shouts before we start your deck, bro?
Shout out to all the boys. Shout out to Main Phase, my sponsor. Shout out to Gene mainly. It's all for Gene.
It's all for Gene.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, let's get your deck. 40 cards, right?
40 cards.
Okay, good.
Big Banky, the one-ofs. Those are all pretty, I think, standard. Drawing this one is okay, but like today I wish I had a second one in deck, but I never would play two. But I just hate drawing it sometimes. All the best starters.
Goodness.
Obviously the best ones. These grabs the best ones. This is the worst one, but you have to play it. I side one or two out going second depending on the matchup, but usually one out no matter what. And then I play 3 of this. I think people will catch on, right? Like I think most people already caught on that this is like more than a 1 of, and I think it should be a 3 of.
Like it's an extender.
It's an extender. It's like your best way to play through Droll. It's also a starter. Like this card in Driver sets up a really nice board. Like you just need a discard. So it also ups your like starters up to 15, and then it's also just like your best way to extend. You side 1 out going second, or 2 out again, or like just usually 1 out.
So now 3 Soul Peacemaker.
3 Soul Peacemaker, yeah. And then the Regulus, because it's Regulus. Hand Traps, Driver, Veiler. This could be Mourner. I'm just testing stuff out. Droll, Ogre,
Oh my goodness.
Ash, Tunib, and a Kaiju.
So, question on, before we get to that, why do you play the Nib? Like,
So I think like, especially like in Philly, people aren't gonna like, especially Cash, they're not gonna respect it game 1. They're gonna want to lock your Pendulum Zone because that's like one of the safest boards, especially against super heavies. So like Nib's always gonna be good against Cash because they're always gonna try to lock your zone. And then you have ways to play around like their Rise Heart pass anyways. And then even against the Mirror, if you open up like Nib with the combination of like one of these, it can do a lot of damage. And then the Kaiju is searchable. So I have
Genius,
Fenris
right?
in. Huh?
You think it's Genius, right? Searches it?
Searches Genius, yeah.
Or Genius searches
Cool
the
for
Kaiju.
Genius searches that, yeah. I had this as Fenrir, but Fenrirs were just so mediocre sometimes. Going second, and like the idea was like playing around Droll, but they really just play into Droll. And I already showed the Regulus.
Oh, like if you start Fenrir search, you get Droll.
Yeah, you would never do that. You would like go Fenrir, not search, and then like play, and then that way if they draw you, you have like Fenrir as an interruption, plus like Baguska or Fenrir and like Savage. You would never like search first because then obviously that plays into draw, you know. But you obviously search once you resolve after 1.
Now you're extra deck.
Extra deck. 2 of that. The third one has come up a couple times, but it's like has to be in the super grindy games, and this deck usually doesn't get into those games, so there's no room. These 2, I play the Rip for 2, 3 negate combo. So you have to play Lambda with Omega and stuff. Synchro 8. This guy for time and popping back row. Savage, Omega for combo. Axel, obviously. Baron, and then Bestial.
Oh, the Bestial one.
Yeah, this card's really good. Especially like once you get it going, like the combo's broken. And I think like, I don't know, I like that combo a lot more. I think no one's on Nib in the main deck, so it plays into like Nib a little more, but your deck's still always gonna play through it, even if they Nib you. Like if they Nib you, you're gonna chain Omega, rip another card out of their hand, and like 1 extender just gets you there, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Baguska, obviously, if they shift you or Joel you end on Baguska and hand traps and prey. Merrymaker. This package is probably the best package in the deck, honestly.
The Zeus package
Zeus
with
package.
this guy?
Yeah, like just these 2. Like being able to like make a 4 material Zeus and search Regulus is ridiculously broken. And you can make a 4 material Zeus without using a monster effect. So that's why you like have to play 2 of these, so like Cash can't take that play away from you. Because you can like scale, special, scale the pendulum, search, normal summon, you still haven't used an effect, overlay, attack over Fenrir, and then double Zeus them, you know what I mean? So, and that's without using a monster effect, so it's like really broken. So I feel like 2 is mandatory, and if you're not playing 2, you're just disrespecting Cash like really bad.
And it's still like at the forefront of the meta.
Yeah, for sure. It's the best deck, I think. Kurikara, This card's crazy against cash. Like, it's really mainly for cash, but it's like also like an out to like Nor once they make it unaffected. Like, usually like if you hand trap them and they do get to a Nor, a big Nor, then they're gonna use, they're gonna use it. So like you're gonna be able to out it, and then this deck can kill. So like if they add back their spells, who cares? You're gonna win. If they don't, unless they have like Droll or something. Bestial, this might up to more. There's not a lot of Math Mech in our area, but I think like at Philly there'll probably be a lot of Math Mech. More branded. There's also like, so this is for Math Mech and branded.
Which is not a lot.
There's not a lot here, but like maybe at Philly, like I might up that or I might up Crow to 3, just because Crow's like really good against all the decks this good against, but it's also like you can side it in the mirror, and then when they discard, you can like hit Soul Piecer for like the turn right there if they only have one. You can get like really good value against Pirelli. So
hitting like certain spells.
Yeah, for sure. Just like hitting like when they try to like Lily into like Plump. These you can play like a variety of things, so like variety of things. So you can play this. I like this because it outs like a Rise Heart too, like it forces a Rise Heart. So that's like one of my favorite things about it. But like anti-spell, I mean, I don't know. You can normal this too. So like I don't know. It's just I think like Sage the Fleur is pretty good, but it's just back and forth between those cards. This loses the anti-spell like pretty hard. So just slide in the third nib. Stardust Dragon to play around nib for free. So when you go Axel play special the level 2, and that's your 5th summon. So they nib you there. You do the chain special, synchro into Baron unaffected. And then some people today even like game 2s and 3s were like imperming and moonlighting the Axel Synchron. Like Zach looked at my extra deck today, and I think he took Axel Synchron, and he didn't see Stardust in there. And then so when like target Axel, you can like at least chain special this. That doesn't do anything because it doesn't resolve, but at least you get a body.
Yeah. Okay.
But you have to have another monster on board to do that play. So you can't do it like you have to have something to synchro with. But just playing around nib is the main thing. And then 3 anti-spell. So I ran Skill Drain last time. I think you run this Skill Drain if you're going for like that type of side deck. I think it catches people very unexpected. It's out to the Magician. I don't know.
Beats like every matchup, like Cash, the Mirror,
Pirelli
has to chain everything, but at that point they're looking at a crap ton of negates under that thing.
And so it's like an out to. I don't play the Spell Canceller Saryuja. I usually play like Spell Canceller Saryuja Jinzo, but I'm just trying different stuff out. And
okay, so like you could, in theory, like you said, so those could be like what was it, like
Jinzo, Spell Canceller, and Saryuja.
Okay.
And that way you have like and so.
Okay.
I don't know. You can also just like search Jinzo and like normal summon it or like pin summon it. So that's one way to do it as well, but it's kind of hard to search it without. You can't even search it without pin summon it. You would have to like hard open it.
Okay.
But yep, that's the deck.
Well, thank you, Adrian. Congratulations on your placement. Anything else I'd say about your deck?
No, deck's cool. Shifter's a problem. Drill's you can like put up stuff through drill, but it's still a problem. But the deck's really good. One card starters that play through multiple hand traps are probably broken. It's just bin 10 in our deck, so kind of crazy.
All right, well, thank you, Adrian. You have a good night.
All right, you too.